The CDC's moratorium on evictions now extends until the end of March, but that is not stopping landlords from trying to oust tenants who are not paying their rent.
News 6 uncovered thousands of evictions that are winding their way through Central Florida courts. But where are the hardest hit areas? News 6 investigator Eric Sandoval crunched the numbers. He's here with what he found. Eric.
Yeah, guys, we looked at every county here in Central Florida, but we really sharpened our focus on the largest county, and that is Orange County right here. We found out there are more than 1,900 evictions currently winding their way through the court system. Now, these are big numbers, but as you're about to see, these numbers have faces and they have families. Daltonia Thomas called News 6 for help as soon as Orange County Sheriff's deputies showed up at her door.
Is that how long you've lived here?
Yes, almost 2 years.
Armed with an eviction order, they told her that she, her boyfriend, and her 5 children had to gather what they could and get out of their rental home.
What are you going to do now?
I don't know.
Can you talk to me about how hard it was to find a job over the last year?
I mean, especially with the whole corona thing, it was pretty difficult.
Andino and Thomas lived in the 32808 zip code. News 6 examined all of the open evictions filed since June of last year in Orange County, and we found out their zip code has among the highest number, with 207 cases still pending. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, nearly 70% of the people who live there are African American, and 26% of them work in the hospitality and service industries, which were hard hit by the pandemic. The zip code with the highest number, 32839, in the Pine Castle area, with 239 eviction cases still open in the courts. 43% of the people who live there are African American. 37% are Hispanic. 80% earn less than $50,000 a year.
We deal with people low income, and they're hit the hardest by this.
Jeffrey Hussey is the litigation director for the Community Legal Services of Mid-Florida. He says his staff is getting ready for what he calls a tsunami of new evictions.
That wave is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger because the moratoriums are great. That's saving people's housing, but it just keeps pushing the problem down the road.
Hussey says people who are facing eviction right now need to try to work out some kind of deal with their landlord, apply for CARES Act rental assistance, and fill out the official CDC eviction affidavit for the courts. We found out Thomas wrote letters to the judge, but she didn't file that affidavit, and that resulted in her eviction being ruled on by a judge.
And I'm going to keep my head up high. She didn't break me. She just finna bless me. That's all she finna do.
We reached out to Thomas's landlord for a comment on this, and we have yet to hear back. But we did jump in and help get results for Thomas and her family so that they would not be out on the streets. More on the new programs we found for them coming up tonight at 7. Meantime, find out how many evictions have been filed by their zip code here in Orange County and in counties all across Central Florida by heading to our website, clickorlando.com. Just look for the investigators. Guys, back to you.
Glad you stepped in. Eric Sandoval, thank you.